In this edition of City News, we'll show you why Hawthorne Boulevard is under construction and find out how neighbors and law enforcement are working together to keep our streets safe. Also find out what park programs give children something to splash for. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Hello and welcome to City News. I'm Zarina Karzada. Orange cones and missing medians on Hawthorne Boulevard have some drivers wondering what the city is digging up. Jennifer Murillo filters out this city project and shows us what residents can expect.
City Project number 1506 is funded by Proposition 84, which was designed for water quality.
What this will do is create these huge infiltration pits where the water will be allowed to infiltrate during a storm. And instead of just running off into the ocean with pollutants in it, it will go into the ground and be cleaner and recharge the groundwater.
The filtration chambers will be able to hold 30,000 cubic feet of water and help drain 18 acres surrounding the location of the chambers.
It's a good thing. It's a state requirement. We are being charged with infiltrating as much water as we can. So this is the city's way of doing a big part of that right now. And then at the end, you'll have nice new medians and things will be better.
This project is a small part of city and state efforts to conserve water and help the environment. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
Construction for this project will continue until December 2016. For more information, contact Public Works at 310-349-2980. Long after the call of duty, one Hawthorne World War II veteran spent the last 60 years as an active supporter of the city through many events and donations. Jerry Nibel was recognized as Veteran of the Quarter for his work in the military and in his hometown. The award came from the Veterans Affairs Commission and Hawthorne City Council. Neighbors and Hawthorne police officers came together to make the community a safer place. Daniel Lindley shows us how in this year's National Night Out.
National Night Out, an annual community building campaign that promotes police-community partnerships and neighborhood camaraderie, brought the Hawthorne residents like Anthony and Kathy together.
Well, you know, everything that's been going on, I think is positive to see the police in a different light. And I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing.
You know, the community, I like this community because they always come out and together, and I mean, it's amazing. It's a good community.
According to Hawthorne Police Chief Robert Fager, their goal is for the Hawthorne citizens to see the quality of men and women that risk their lives serving the community.
Get them to trust and know that we're built around giving them the best public safety we can. Then after that, it's building relationships. It's working together so that when we get over this hurdle and then the next one comes, we've already built a bond that knows we want to be at a better place down the road.
Partakers enjoyed food, refreshments, and various entertainments, from musical chairs to Pokemon Go competition.
It's just wonderful, as you can see. And I was just telling the police chief that the highlight for me was to watch the kids with the musical chairs. Whoever thought of that was just brilliant.
So what's taking place here behind me is that there's two scenarios. There's one of goggles that gives you the influence of how you are drunk in the streets. So what the goal is, you're going to wear those goggles and then you're going to go around. The whole goal is to stay on the sidewalk, and then it gives you the impression of you being drunk on the streets, and that's what we're trying to prevent here in the city of Hawthorne.
This event was started to increase awareness in communities about police programs like drug prevention, neighborhood watch, and other anti-crime efforts.
National Night Out has been celebrated for 33 years in more than 38 million neighborhoods across the nation. I'm Daniel Lindley reporting for HCTV.
To get involved or register for National Night Out, go to www.natw.org. Cooling off in the wading pools to making moves playing board games, the Recreation and Community Services park programs have something for every child to enjoy. Tony Long Jr. tells us more.
Eucalyptus Park is one of the locations where children can come to participate in the summertime program.
I want to become a teacher, so I figured that working with kids would be a great exposure to that. And more importantly, I live in this community, so I'm really happy to see kids out and about, especially playing in the park.
It's cool meeting the kids around the area. It's also really fun giving them like a place to go and just be kids, like not worried about what's going on at home or whatever. Just provide them with like activities, things to do.
As part of the program, children can enjoy a wading pool for swimming, arts and crafts, and board games. Tyson likes playing a board game called Karen.
Where like you have this small stick, and then there's like these little pieces where you hit them, and then there's like these little pockets.
Sophia Davenport likes the program because having her children interact with other kids is important to her.
I think it's a great experience for the kids to go to a park and be at the pool, and instead of having to blow a pool at home, they're here, you know, because it just makes it so much funner for us.
There's still time for children to have summer fun as the park programs run until the end of August. For HCTV, I'm Tony Long Jr.
For more information on park programs, contact the Hawthorne Recreation and Community Services Department at 310-349-1640. Coming up next on City News, we'll show you why 10 officers made a pit stop for residents. Also, find out how to get unwanted trash hauled away and off your sidewalk. There's more news ahead. We'll be right back. Welcome back. To protect and serve, that is what police officers are sworn to do for any community. But to build trust and relationships, 10 Hawthorne police officers took a little coffee break to chat with residents. Daniel Lindley gives us a taste of what happened.
Hawthorne residents had the opportunity to sit down, meet, and chat with some Hawthorne police officers over a cup of joe.
We're having coffee with a cop today, which is something we do quarterly. It gets people together, no agenda, no speeches. You just sit down and have good communication.
Coffee with a Cop was launched here in the city of Hawthorne in 2011 as a result of a brainstorming session. Members of the Hawthorne Police Department were looking for ways to interact more successfully with the citizens they serve each day.
I think it's great for the community. It brings people together. We get to know the officers a little more, although I know a couple of them because I've been here so long, and I always wave at them. I'm always working outside my garage.
Community policing has long been considered a framework for establishing trust between the community and the police. However, over time, the character and composition of our nation's community have changed due to shifting demographics, more commuters, and the introduction of different communication methods such as websites and social media.
We get a lot of support from our community. Of course, there are obviously people that necessarily don't like us. They might just not like the police, or maybe they don't know us. We have a job to do, and sometimes it's a tough job. Everybody doesn't come away happy, but that's police work, and we understand that.
Captain Michael Ishii said the Hawthorne Police Department hit upon a simple plan to break through the barriers that have been built over the years over a cup of coffee.
This program started at this location here, and now that it's spread across 50 states, our goal now is to be able to establish a national Coffee with a Cop Day.
Coffee with a Cop events have also been held in Canada, Europe, Australia, and Africa. I'm Daniel Lindley reporting for HCTV.
For future Coffee with a Cop events, visit the Hawthorne Police Department's website at www.hawthornepolice.com. Neighbors got a chance to meet face-to-face for some summer fun. Tony Long Jr. takes us to this year's Ramona Neighborhood Association's Summer Picnic.
Free burgers and hot dogs were on the menu as the Ramona Neighborhood Association held their annual picnic.
It's an opportunity once a year for all the neighborhood to get together, meet your neighbors face to face rather than online and hearing about them in the newspaper or whatever.
Kids enjoyed a variety of activities, jumping in the jumper, swimming, and face painting, while the other attendees were trying to win a prize from the raffles.
It's family oriented, the food is great, it's a nice environment, and it's good for the kids, and so it's a great thing to participate in.
I am so proud of the Ramona Neighborhood Association. Every year they put on this wonderful community event which benefits everyone.
Ramona Neighborhood Association awarded a scholarship to Mitchell Nguyen, a graduate of Hawthorne High School, who is attending the University of Wisconsin this fall.
It feels really great and honored. I feel really fortunate because I will use this opportunity to pursue my academic interest without any restraint on my financial.
Two students who attend the Colburn School of Music in Los Angeles serenaded attendees with a live performance. For HCTV, I'm Tony Long Jr.
Homeowners say this event mends fences and bonds families in the neighborhood. Furniture that once made a house feel like a home can get tossed to the curb once it starts to break down. Reporter Jennifer Murillo shows us why some large pieces of trash get picked up and why some get left behind, leaving a neighborhood eyesore.
You may think getting rid of bulk items out on the sidewalk is no big deal and someone's just gonna pick it up. But there's actually a proper way to get rid of these items.
Let's say people are redecorating their home and they have an old couch or a refrigerator or anything that they feel like it's too big to fit in the trash can. That's considered a bulky item.
You can't just put this stuff out. Obviously, it makes the city look bad. It's a safety issue, and it doesn't need to happen. You know, you can get it picked up by the trash company with a phone call.
Republic Services has been the city's trash and recycling provider since 2007. It provides 2 free bulk pickups a year for a single-family home.
We encourage them to keep their communities nice and clean. You know, the mattresses could be taken out for free. The couches could be taken out for free, because it makes your neighborhood look good.
Those who live in an apartment complex do have a minimal fee for bulk trash pickup, but it's a small price to pay to keep your neighborhood clean.
If you live in an apartment building, we encourage the landlord and the manager to give us a call for us to pick it up and schedule a pickup.
Not only can these items make your street look dirty, but can also be hazardous.
A lot of times they're blocking the sidewalk, which could force a person into the street. People like to set them on fire every once in a while, believe it or not. And they also, you know, they become kind of hangouts for people doing things that they shouldn't be doing.
Republic Services and the city encourages all residents to keep Hawthorne clean. Remember, if it doesn't fit in the trash bin, give Republic Services a call. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
To get rid of large debris, go to www.republicservices.com and click on Customer Support. Unneeded sensitive documents taking up space in your home? Still have old cell phones, TVs you have no use for? Residents can declutter their home and recycle electronic waste this October. The city and Republic Services will team up to provide residents free paper shredding, electronic waste recycling, and compost pickup on October 29th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the Betty Ainsworth Sports Center parking lot. More than 2 tons of paper was recycled at the past Earth Day event. Keep it right here on Channel 22 for these future city news stories. We'll take you to El Camino College's Summer Kids College program and show you how we seep our way through sewage at the Joint Water Pollution Control Plant tour. That's all we have for this edition of City News. Thanks for watching. If you have any story ideas, please send us an email at hctv@hawthorneca.gov or give us a call at 310-349-1630. You can watch City News online on YouTube by searching Hawthorne Community Television. We'll leave you now with more footage from the Recreation and Community Services Park programs. See you next time.